As I'm telling her the story, her curtains fly open. I kid you not. She was there. She witnessed it all. It's crazy.
You're breaking 2 barriers here right now, which is 1, ghosts, and then 2, teleportation. Look at those fucking losers that are out. Holy dope.
What are you doing? Couldn't get it all. It's like soda.
You have to pound this back. Pull it in.
Connor, where are you going?
It's right here, dude.
That's my brother. We don't need her. We just need this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Woes of Bros. I'm Connor Stoops.
And I'm Mike Bloodstein.
And we're doing things a little bit differently today. I don't know if you noticed the camera quality, but I look like I've been held captive for 3 days, and Mikey looks like he's in the middle of an Avengers movie.
I'm at like a photo shoot. I got the blazer on, I'm a sports jacket, the head's Connor. I don't even know what you're doing. You look like you're in a bunker somewhere.
Hold on. Yes, and yes, I am in a bunker, Mikey. You got it correct. Yes, I'm in the bunker of the middle of Pennsylvania. Well, not the middle, more like South Central. But
How is home, man? So I guess for context, everyone knows Connor was going back home, and super upsetting because he's one of my best friends here.
Thanks, buddy.
And I already don't have that many friends left because the pandemic, and also people don't like me that much.
I was gonna say people don't like you that much. No, dude, home's been really nice. I've been able to spend time with my family. We've been reconnecting, and my sister, dude, God bless her, she's working on getting a job.
Oh, that's cool.
Right out of college, she just graduated. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but she just had a math test for the NSA yesterday.
Oh, NASA.
No,
wow.
No, NSA, two different things. You got NASA and ASA, and then you got the NSA.
Competitors? Like one's going to space, one's in the ocean? Like what does NSA do?
One's going to space, one loves math.
All right, well, good for her.
Yeah, she's not doing too bad. So she's got that going on. I already feel like I'm in a better mindset. And dude, trust me, I miss Los Angeles so much.
First of all, I guarantee you're not alone. I went back home for a couple months.
Yeah.
And there's something so strange about sleeping in your childhood bed. It's just like, first of all, your legs are too long, right? You're like, it's made for someone who's like 3'9".
Yeah.
And so they're hanging over the bed. And then it's just like the strange. So I would go on Zooms, like professional Zooms, and behind me would be like a big bowling pin that's signed by all my friends. And did you guys have those? They're from like bowling parties where your friends would come and bowl, and they'd sign their like names and shit.
Can't say I've had that.
Really, it was a Jersey thing.
It must have been.
Actually, it ties into this week's episode, which I'm excited about.
What you got for me?
Which is living in something that feels almost akin to Groundhog Day.
I hear that, brother.
Every day is the same thing over and over. And I'm going to be asking you, Connor, how to expand my comfort zones and to live life again, because I feel like I've been so trapped.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's hard because it's like these Groundhog Days now, especially since COVID has started, we feel like we're living the same day, and that can be so detrimental to not only your mental health, but your physical health. And I feel like you just need to find ways to break out of your comfort zone to kind of get out of that. Yeah. So I feel like I'm definitely down to talk about that in today's podcast, bro, because that is a topic that I know a lot of people can relate to today.
Well, you know what it is? And like that kind of ties into the bowling of it all, because my way out of it, or trying to figure it out, has been just diving into these like momentary obsessions. Like I got super into bowling at one point, right? For like a week, I would like wake up late at night, find the lane open. It was like I was doing drugs. Like I'd wake up.
Your parents are like, Mike, where have you been going?
Yeah, like I sneak out. I'm not even kidding. I would sneak out because I'd be too ashamed for them to see me out bowling. And it was just like, it was like an addiction, dude. And I sucked. I would think about this. Not only would I sneak out, I would sneak out and then bowl like a 50, right? So it's like I was so bad at what I was doing, but I was so addicted to it. Anyway, it's a symptom of this larger thing, which is that I've felt in the past almost, 6-8 months, just a little bit stuck. Like everything has been the same over and over. And yeah, I guess I'm just trying to figure out like how to break that, dude.
Isn't that crazy too, Mikey? Because right now you're on the West Coast, right? I'm on the East Coast, and two different worlds. And I know for a fact that we have talked about this in past episodes. When you're in LA, you're in a bubble. You're in a bubble, and even Jersey, because Mikey and I, we text, we keep in touch. We're best friends, right, Mike? best friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Best friends.
We were acquaintances. Now I would say that we are colleagues.
We're working up. But in my hometown, people are still wearing masks for the most part, and I wish they would wear them a little more from time to time. But like, it's so crazy how in smaller towns it's not really that existent. So you saying that you can't go to the gym, I can. You saying that you can't go out and meet people, I can. Gyms are open here. People are like, it's just a completely different world. So there are people who are just living two different lives, and
wow,
it's crazy. But
that's a good thing to point out. There are people that are listening to this that don't live in LA. My family that listens to this doesn't live in LA, and you're right, they have a different experience than I do. So I'm curious, for those people that are listening at home or whatever, or you, Connor, like, how has it been? Like, is there a light at the end of the tunnel where now you're doing things and it feels like you're back in the world? Because right now, I see four walls all the time. I'll go out to Starbucks, I'll get a coffee, I'll like stand on my balcony, I'll like take calls. But bro, this house is almost like a prison in the last year, and that's such a privileged thing to say, that I have walls to become a prison. But nonetheless, man, it feels a little bit suffocating. So
just that, the way that you emphasize that just kind of just sounds so dark, but it's so true for a lot of people right now.
Very dramatic.
It's very dramatic. Honestly, I was looking at it, I was like, what am I in, a Twilight movie? This guy's so dark.
Can we just cut from that line that I said to just like written by, like a dark brooding screen?
Everyone feels right now that they are living the same day. I talk to my mom on a daily basis now, because I'm obviously in the same house she is. And
what's that like, talking to your mom again? That's like,
bro, I've missed that woman. I've missed that woman so much. Her and I, we relate so much to so many things. But
talk to your moms, by the way. If you're home, talk to your mom.
Give your mom a hug, and give your mom a hug for us, by the way.
Give her a hug. When you're far away, but when you're 3,000 miles from her, dude, I am like, I wish I could hug my mom right now. That's sweet.
When I'm living in LA, I call my mom on a daily basis.
Me too.
And she's over it.
Yeah. She's fucking fading your calls.
She declines them sometimes. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing?
She's obviously out and about at Walmart and gyms and Zumbas.
Clearly.
But
I was talking to my mom, and my mom's just like, Connor, I feel like I'm living the same day over and over and over again. And I told her the other day, she's like, my girls want me to go to a craft night. I don't feel like going. And I'm like, Mom, every single night you're sitting here, you're like, oh man, I wish, I could go out. I wish I could be with the girls. And now that the time has come, you don't want to go out. And I'm kind of worried about that for the future, Mikey, because I'm not going to lie. Like, I've gotten to the point, and you know me, I'm a social butterfly, you as well, where I've gotten to the point where if a friend's like, hey, let's go do this, honestly, I don't want to. And it's the complete opposite from what it was a year ago.
So that's what's so interesting. You're expanding the narrative of this a little bit. Also, I thought you said your mom wanted to go to a crack night because you froze as it was happening. Your mom wanted to go to a crack night.
I was like, dude,
let her live her life. The woman knows what she wants.
She wants to smoke a pipe. It's fine.
Let her hit a pipe. You know what? It's COVID.
No, she wanted to go to a craft night. They were drawing, and I think the girls were having some wine with it.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Little wine ski.
Here's what I like about what you're saying. You're making the point that actually is eye-opening to me, which is that like behavior is influenced by circumstance.
Yep.
And behavior might take longer to like change than circumstance. So for example, right now I'm used to not going out. Even if the world opens back up and gyms are open, I know me. I'm not going to be eager to go out, and I'm not going to have FOMO, at least on the surface level. I'm going to have fundamentally, for right now, changed behaviorally.
Yeah.
I am just not, dude, first of all, like the idea of going and standing around No Vacancy again, or like Davey Wayne's, like it seems fun at first, but then I remember what it was, and it's not great. Like to me, I don't know, being around all these people, I've just become less social in this process. So,
but see, the thing is, for me, I feel like it's not even that Davey Wayne's isn't that great. I feel like it's the fact that we are so stuck in this not being social that it is now, like, for instance, they say it takes 20 days or whatever, I could be wrong, to make a habit or break a habit. Right, and I feel like now we've been in quarantine. I just saw one of our friends posted in their stories that a year ago was our last day of freedom, and we didn't even know.
No way, really? Oh my God.
Yeah, and so, but that's what's crazy is we've been in this way of living for a whole year now, Mikey. And so now we're in the habit of not wanting to be around people. And so I feel like a lot of people have forgotten what it's like to be them. And it messes with your psyche. And
100% in a big way.
And I feel like that's where you have to force yourself to get out of your comfort zone. That's where the comfort zone plays in. And that's where you need to get out of it. Because right now our comfort zone is not being around each other.
Maybe I should just like take you through my like day to day.
I'd love to hear it.
Because I think that will help you. Because honestly, here's the thing. Like, I'm sure people are similar where they try to like therapize themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you think and then you try to think against your thinking. And by the end, you have two conflicting thoughts. And then there's another thought overarching.
Preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah. And then there's a third thought looking down like, you idiots. Like, you don't realize I'm the thought.
Yeah.
And so it's like you can't figure out which is right. And so
you're
for
fighting,
me,
your two sides are fighting the Almighty at this point, or the
and the
higher
Almighty
power.
is wrong too. The Almighty's like, you zoom out from the Almighty, he's a fucking idiot too. Like, they're all idiots. That's the problem.
Bro,
so
that's funny
as far as day to day goes, like I'll wake up, and honestly, I've been waking up at 6:30 a.m. every morning.
Me too.
Have you been checking the stock market? Because I have. Wait, you too?
I was on that up until 2 days ago, and then I said, Connor, you need to get off that. Stop.
Dude,
Stop.
I lost more money than should be legal.
Mikey went through it this time around, guys. I kid you not. This man.
If this was the 1970s, there'd be a bookie with trying to break my legs. I was like, let's just say I went all in. And I lost. I lost pretty badly.
He lost a lot of money.
And so, I'm not proud of it, but what's weird is that it almost was like, it was almost fun because it was something new. I hadn't lost in so long. I was like, let's see what AMC does today. It tanks, it goes up, doesn't really matter. I'm living. And by the end of it, I'm like, all right, I'm looking at my bank account. First of all, I go through a habit hour. I wake up at 6:30 every morning to look at how much money I've lost in the stock market. It's never winning. I don't wake up expecting to like, oh, I'm going to look and I'm going to be up. I look up and it's every day it's down like $500. And by the end of a bunch of days, you're like, wow, my life savings has just vanished. And it's terrifying. So I wake up at 6:30 and I start my day with a major blow.
That's the worst part, bro. You're Mikey B at this point is just starting the day off on a loss.
Yeah, I'm in the red. And so, all right, so I wake up 6:30 and I look at my huge loss for the day. Then I go back to bed, all right, and I have nightmares about losing more, right?
Right.
At this point, though, it's almost all gone, so I can't lose much more. So I'm hoping I'll be out of this cycle.
You can
soon.
always go negative, Mikey. Don't forget that.
Didn't know that one.
Yep. Welcome to my life.
So I start my day with that. Then I go back to sleep and I have nightmares about losing more money.
Right.
Which at this point, I thought it was impossible. I suppose it's not. Then, after that, all right, I'll wake up. It's like, I don't know, 8 o'clock. All right.
Right.
I do like work calls at starting at 8 a.m. Just I wake up, I'm in a work call, right? It's like I should wear a headset when I sleep because it's 8 a.m. It wakes me up to a call and I'm talking now. I'm all of a sudden I'm in a conversation. And I got to be on, right? But then I do a bunch of those. I do a bunch of script reading. I'll brush my teeth. I got my gym back recently and I've added that to my routine.
Have you been, but real quick, I got to ask, have you been working out at home or are you back in the gym?
Well, here's the thing. The gym is connected to my building.
Word.
So I've been going there.
The gym's open again.
They're open.
That's what we like to hear. We like to hear that. But continue. I just wanted to ask that question.
No. It's a good question. I go in for about a minute and then I'm like, I'm good.
Not good.
I've lost all my discipline.
Yeah,
it's not good.
For sure.
And I don't know. Flash forward now. It's 3 p.m. And at some point in that time window, I've eaten a piece of birthday cake. I don't know where I stumbled upon birthday cake. I'm not even kidding.
It just came out of nowhere.
I'll find if there's a birthday, there's some cake. It's in my freezer. At this point, I think I'm the only person to hoard old birthday cake.
And here's the thing, Mikey. It's somebody's birthday somewhere at that point. So you're fine, brother.
Call me festive. I'm celebrating. Happy birthday to you. And so I'm not even kidding. I'll wake up and I'll just eat a whole bunch of sweets at some point in that time window. Sometimes it's 8 a.m. right before the call. Sometimes it's like 12 p.m. I'll be like, all right, it's 12 p.m. Time for a whole box of Entenmann's donuts.
Yep.
And I'll do that. I'll have like a disgusting meal for myself. And then from there, I will just sit in my room nonstop, keep working, keep reading. 5 p.m. rolls around, still sitting in my bed, still working. Sometimes I'll go for a walk to Starbucks. get a coffee.
Well, what
back.
kind of coffee you getting?
Honestly, I do. I just go with a regular unsweetened cold brew.
That's what I go with too.
I've developed something called GERD. You know what GERD is?
It's between your toes, right?
No. I think you're thinking of
Gout.
Gout.
What's GERD?
You're thinking of gout, which is far more serious.
What is
GERD? So apparently, there's a side effect to eating birthday cake every day, and it's that you can develop something called GERD.
What is it?
GERD? It's like when your body is so. It starts to start like a riot against you.
Right.
A coup is the word. It starts a coup against you, and it starts to
3-point
produce a lot.
word.
Thank you. It starts to produce a lot of acid.
Right.
And so now I get a lot of acid all the time, and that mixes with my anxiety because my acid will make it feel like I'm having a heart attack.
Yep.
And then I'll have a panic attack about my acid, and all of a sudden now I'm getting more acid because anxiety caused it. And by the end of the day, I'm just a pile of acid and birthday cake. And so, anyway, I'm dealing with that now. So I'll go to Starbucks, I'll get a cold brew because it's lower in acid. And then that's it, man. 6 o'clock will roll around. My amazing girlfriend, who does not want to be discussed on this podcast,
But we love her.
we love her. She'll like be really sweet and like get groceries and whatever. And then like we'll just cook and have dinner and whatever. And we'll watch like 75 episodes of Survivor. And then I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up and it's 6:30 again and I'm losing more money. And that's every goddamn day. It's like I am.
Hey.
It's like Groundhog Day if it was written by a horrible writer.
Honestly, day could be worse.
Could it though? Because it's so, it's so like harmless and innocuous that it's almost worse because I do nothing to fix it.
Yeah.
I just wait in it.
I hear that, bro. And like, not to be like, Mikey, I'm doing better than you right now. Because, I mean, we haven't really gotten to see each other since, me coming home. And
It's months.
And so I feel like our contrast right now is really good for this episode. Because I'm not doing amazing, but I'm not doing worse, and I mean that in the most respectful way. I mean, don't take offense.
No offense taken.
I've been able to find that breaking out of my comfort zone thing, and I'm not fully there yet, but I mean, I have been able to kind of break out of a routine that I've been in, and only because, this is gonna sound so like, oh, we're giving up, but like, just because my parents have allowed me to come home. And forget what it's like to be an adult for a second. I have been able to reconnect with Connor Stoops while I'm home. And
how is he?
He's doing fine, bro. He's better than I remember. And I'm trying to take notes from this guy because he's a good dude. No, but like, I feel like what needs to happen, Mikey, is you need to force yourself to do things at this point. And for you guys listening, you need to force yourself to do these things because at first it does feel like forcing. It feels like, oh man, I don't want to do this. For me, what that is being more productive with 1, our podcast, 2, social media, 3, acting. Like that's what it is for me. You guys relate that to whatever you need to relate it to. But for me, it's okay, Connor, wake up this morning, go to the gym. 1, because it clears your mental. 2, because you want to be an actor. You got to kind of, unfortunately, you got to have, like a decent kind of physique,
Very, very unfortunate.
Trust me, very unfortunate. I love eating chocolate, bro. But so I've been forcing myself then while I'm at the gym to come up with video ideas, whether they're stupid or not. I've been forcing myself to do it. Then I come home, I journal for an hour, bro. I journal for an hour, and I don't want to. It started out like that. I don't want to. Now I've been home.
Yeah.
I've been home for what, 2 months now, Mikey?
Yes,
Something like that. Now, if I don't journal, I feel weird. And
really,
but journaling has cleared my mind because it allows me to clear out all the negativity that I have in my brain. And now, if you read my journal, it's gone from being so fucking dark, it's so negative, to being a little more lighter. I'm not quite where I want to be right now, but I'm definitely like on that path of kind of like getting into a better state of mind and feeling comfortable with my own skin, which is crazy. And I don't mean comfortable in my own skin as in, oh, my weight. I mean comfortable in my own skin is I'm someone who's very uncomfortable with his own thoughts, good or bad. Whether it's a very impressive thing to think about or a depressive thing to think about, I'm someone who is not comfortable with Connor Stoops and how he thinks from time to time, but I'm starting to get back to that because of journaling.
Yeah.
And so I kind of feel like it's one of those things to get out of the Groundhog Day the day-to-day of waking up, checking your phone to see what my stocks are looking like, is one day you're going to wake up, Mikey, don't look at those stocks because I know how that makes me feel. My anxiety is going to say, keep looking. But all you have to do is, hey, thank you, brain, for those thoughts. But instead of going to check my stocks for the day, I'm going to go downstairs or across the hallway, get a nice glass of water, pound that back instead of taking a shot of anxiety. You know what I mean?
Whoa!
Thank you.
Nice.
Yes,
dude.
sir.
Very nice. I've been syringing it lately.
Oh, you've been taking a spoon lighter.
Yeah. I mean, me and your mom on crack night been smoking that anxiety.
But yeah, no, I mean, instead of taking a shot of anxiety, bro, go chug some water, Mikey. And then you've already been forcing yourself to go to the gym. Be honest. How do you feel after you walk out of that gym?
Sore, miserable, unhappy, a shell of who I used to be when I was stronger.
All right, now, if we were pretending to be good for the podcast, how would you be feeling?
Feeling great, guys. Mike Bloodstein here. Sports agent, news agent, talent agent.
Hire this
working
man.
out.
ESPN, hire this man. This is sponsored by ESPN, by the way.
Yeah, so the point, I guess, was just like, you're not wrong, right? Obviously, I should try to start my day a little bit better, but what I will say, what has been working for me, in case anyone else is fucking dealing with this bullshit, is like simple things like riding my bike, going for a walk, things to just like remember that there's a world outside is massive. I think, even like going to the park, I went like to a buddy's house recently and we just like played board games. There was a couple of us.
Right.
And it's so funny, the little things that now become so big, like they're monumental.
Yeah, can I just ask something? Did you feel like because that kind of adds to my point. Did you feel like at first you had to force yourself to go to your friend's house?
Oh my God, bro. It was like the only reason I was there, honestly, is because I don't want to be a shit boyfriend who says, all right, babe, saddle up on the couch. We're watching Survivor.
Right. She's over Survivor at this point.
Yeah, bro. It's like I entertained her with it for as long as I possibly could. I squeezed that lemon real dry. So it's like all of a sudden, she's like, all right, what's next? And I'm like, what's next? What do you mean? There's 34 more seasons of Survivor.
We got 34 more seasons to watch. What's next?
Yeah, but I thought we were good. I picked the show with the longest lifespan.
That's
it's still
funny.
going. So she's like, she wants to do shit. And to be honest with you, she should. This is kind of a totally different tangent, but it's really important to mention. Mm-hmm. And it's me becoming a product of Groundhog Day, which is I've started to look at the girl. I've started to look at the guy that my girlfriend started dating. And I look at the guy that I am now. And I feel like I am a shadow of what I once was. And I feel like almost apologetic for the person that I've become versus the person that she started this journey with.
So, Mikey, if I can add to that, I think that's what my point is, bro. So instead of looking at the old Mikey B or looking at, for you guys, the old you,
right?
What if you start saying, how did this person think? How did the old Mikey B think?
Right.
How can I force myself, which it starts out with forcing, to think like that? Because that's what I'm going through right now, bro. Like, you're at the point right now where you're like, well, that was the old Mikey B, fuck. And now I'm looking at, this is how the old Connor used to act. I liked what he did here. Don't like what he did here. Let's combine that, and I'm going to force myself to meet in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get it, because that's exactly why I went out. The old me would have, it's like the old me was fun. He was social. He was like charming. He was a guy that like was ready to take on life and just seeked adventure. And now I'm safe.
But I feel like that's what sucks about the time we're in now, and that's what I want people to realize. I don't think it's you. I don't think I don't think it's you. I think it's the lack of human experience that we're having right now. Dude, we're having zero human experience. We're having zero going out and meeting new people. We're having zero, oh, I'm going to go travel to Italy this week. We're having zero, I'm going to go experience this new food. We're having zero of that. We're having zero
I stand here a stranger, and if they cough, I look at them like they should be like locked away in a cabin. Like, you think I'm going to another country right now?
Bro.
Like, I know, and you're right. It's like, it's something that I freaking know, and I gotta do it. And here's the thing. It's one of those things, and you motherfuckers know it.
You
guys know
motherfuckers know it.
You guys know what the issue is. It's just like the bandwidth and the fucking drill headedness to just do it.
Right?
Like, I know I should not wake up and look at myself just a pile of money being burned. That's not a good way to start your day, you masochistic idiot. Like, of course I shouldn't wake up and go, oh, should I hit the birthday cake and lay in bed and look at myself losing money? No human, adult male would want to start their life like that.
No.
And so I get it, right? It should be, I should go work out and have a glass of water. Yeah, of course I know I should do that. Instead, I'm going to go eat fucking pudding with my hands and then just cry in the mirror, right? I know which one of those is better. I can look at two things objectively and say, right, here's the path that's going to take me down the right path, or here's the path that's fucking brutal and miserable and so much easier. And I've been choosing the easier one, and that's where it all stems back to, is I know what I should be doing. I know I should be drinking water. I know my doctor wants me to brush twice a day. I know what I should be doing, and I'm not, and that's what's so fucking annoying about it, bro.
But Mikey, I love you, first of all, but I hear you, dude. Like, it's we're such a crazy time, but it just comes down to forcing yourself instead of reflecting. That's what I've been like learning lately. Instead of reflecting, just fucking do, man. And trust me, I'm not even close to being there yet. But now that you guys have been watching us, you kind of get a gist of who Mikey and I are, of who Mikey and I are. And from being home to our past episodes, I just feel like I'm halfway there. I'm halfway to the journey of feeling back to where I was, but it's because I'm forcing myself, I'm breaking myself out of my comfort zone, which is right now being locked inside. For you, it's being locked inside. For you, it's being locked inside. I'm breaking out of that comfort zone, not by going outside, but by forcing myself daily to do things that I feel like are productive. For me, that's our podcast. For me, that's TikToks. For me, that's making a YouTube channel. Like, for me, that's saving money to get new headshots for acting. And it helps me feel like I'm not living a life of COVID. It helps me feel like I'm living a life for Connor, right?
No, I get it, because it's something that is like new, right? And it's, that feeling when you start something brand new. Then you're totally fucking terrible at it. And this is the last thing. Before we go to break, I want to just say this and pick your brain on this, which is like, that's where I found my refuge, which is like finding those things that I'm brand new at that I want to get really good at, right? So, for example, I learned some Swedish, right? I picked up Swedish.
That's very sweet of you.
I don't want to brag. I'm not going to sit here and brag
the
whole
time.
Can you speak
some Swedish for us, Mikey, on the podcast?
Yeah, of course I can. En pojke.
Is that how many other... how many other words did you learn? Is that the only...
En äpple. I learned et egg.
Can you tell us what those mean?
So I learned en pojke is the boy.
Okay, the boy.
Et äpple is the apple.
Okay.
Or an apple. And then I learned jag walkte min cykel och det var fantastic. Which is, I rode my bike and it was fantastic, but it's like I said most of it wrong. The point though is that like I learned a whole bunch of things not very well. And I do it for about a month, and I get really obsessed. I spent about $1,000 on fishing gear.
I hear that, brother.
And I went fishing like 6 times, and then I haven't gone in months. So it's like, unfortunately, my way of coping is that I get super into something. I'll buy Rosetta Stone. I'll buy fishing poles. I'll buy whatever. And then I'll do it nonstop for like a finite period of time, and then I'll just quit, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Anyway. It's not a good thing, but it's how I've been coping with it.
No, Mikey, I think that's a great point, bro. I think, really, guys, when it comes down to it all, if you're struggling with living that same day over and over again, if you're living with the thought of not loving yourself, you have to realize, one, we're not living a normal life right now. This is not real life. This is not real life. And I think what you need to realize is the person you were before COVID started is the person you still are. Right now, we're not living a real life. You just gotta have to push forward, move. And honestly, guys, this Groundhog Day will be over soon. You can't keep just like laying in your bed watching TikToks. You can't just keep, being woe is me. We're living in a hard time right now. We really are.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's time to grow. Put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and let's fucking go, dude. Because life is fucking beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And look, at the end of the day, obviously this is for us, but I think it's for our viewers as well. And I'm excited to go to break right now. And when we come back, talk about some of the woes that they're facing. And,
absolutely. And after the break, too, Mikey and I have some fun little articles that we found getting into. Mikey has one about, a robbery? And I got one about a alien spacecraft. Ooh.
Look at those stakes. Dude.
Come on, those stakes are high, baby. I'll take those black diamonds any day. All right, guys, we'll be right back from this commercial break.
We'll be right back.
Mikey, I might be mistaken, buddy, but I think you smell a little bad. I can smell you from the East Coast.
It might be the sports jacket. Nope, it's not that.
Not that?
You know what it is?
What is it?
I ran out of my Dr. Squatch.
You ran out of Dr. Squatch, Mikey.
Well,
how about this, brother? I'll tell you exactly where to go. If you go to drsquatch.com right now, you yourself and you as the viewers could personally get soaps for around $7.
You know, it's funny. It's I tried to use the alternative, the competitors, some would say. I'm not going to name names, but there was a spice, and let's just say it's been sitting around for a while. So it might be old.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Mikey, go over to drsquatch.com right now, and you can find soaps for $7, and you can bundle up for very low prices.
But Connor...
Oh, Mikey, what's up?
Connor, my skin's really sensitive, and I can only use deodorants that don't hurt it. What should I do?
Well, lucky for you, Mikey, these deodorants on drsquatch.com also have aluminum free, which will help you from getting those little aches and pains underneath your armpits.
But Connor,
what's up, Mikey?
Someone keeps stealing my packages from outside my door. How am I supposed to get it?
Well, don't worry, Mikey. Dr. Squatch comes with a ninja that's prepared to fight with each delivery to your door.
Can you imagine that? That would be the best selling point fucking possible.
That would be incredible, guys. And if you want to right now, head over to drsquatch.com. Link is below in the description. And if you're listening, go check us out on YouTube, because not only is our videos amazing, but you will also find the link to Dr. Squatch right there.
Get yours today.
Thank
you smelly assholes.
Smelly assholes. I can't believe Dr. Squatch comes with a ninja that's prepared for battle, Mikey.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't
that
be
good
surprised.
Of a company. That's a glowing review.
Lockdown. Honestly, I don't know why they don't pay us more for that.
Do they pay us?
Only if you click the link.
Click the link in the description. Get your Dr. Squatch today. We love them. We love you.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, and welcome back to...
We're back.
The Woes of Bros.
The Woes of Bros. By the way,
what's up, Mikey?
Just a quick aside. That title. Can we get some more love on that title, please?
Please. Thank you. Mikey,
send us your adulation. Send us your compliments.
Can we also...
We worked hard.
Mikey came up with that title, but I also love this, okay? Mikey and I, we've been working a lot on this podcast. Yeah. I don't know if I told you this, Mikey, but I'm searching the internet the other day. And there's
that gets me in some trouble, but go ahead.
There's a podcast that is 2 weeks old, not that old. And don't go looking for it, because we're the better one. You know what they're called?
What?
Woes Before Bros.
You're lying.
I'm not kidding, Mikey. They came out with their first episode 2 weeks ago.
So they're before us.
Yeah, technically, but how long have you and I been working on our social media and everything? We've had this since November. We haven't been filming since November, but we have had our Instagram ready and all of that ready. And it's so funny, because when Mikey and I were coming up with these episodes, we were like, what are we gonna name this? We went through so many, and we found out that this one wasn't taken, and now we got a Woes Before Bros. And I said to myself,
I'm not gonna send you there to flame them, but if you happen to be on the Woes Before Bros page,
let them know that they're awful.
Leave a comment. Or you know what we should do? Well, here's what we got to do.
What's that?
We got to get the Woes Before Bros guys on this podcast
and let them know that they're dog shit.
Well, yes and no. We have to battle them in something hyper specific that we're good at, and the loser has to
get rid of the name.
Yeah. Podcast battles.
So in, Mikey. Podcast battles. Welcome to 2021, baby.
Honestly, we're going to clip this one piece. We're going to send it to them, and we're just going to say, challenge. Challenge requested.
We'll hold their family for ransom.
We got to pick something we're really good at, though. Like, I don't know, birthday cake in the morning or something.
Eating some birthday cake in the morning, whatever. All right, so guys, welcome back. Mikey B and I have a couple articles for you guys. And Mikey, do you want to go first, or what's the deal?
Well, I figure, look, I mean, I want to expand the scope beyond us.
Of course.
And I think that one good way is just pull some fun articles. As you guys already know, we did it last week. We're bringing it back. You guys loved it so much. So this week, it's more of a video article, but there was a robbery. Everyone has heard about the robbery a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, God. Where was this at?
Well, you heard about Lady Gaga's dogs getting stolen, which is a travesty, obviously.
Wait, her dogs got stolen?
Dude, you're weeks out of the loop. Yeah. Her dogs got ransomed.
That's what happens. I leave LA and I'm out of the loop, Mikey.
I know, dude. Well, like, you got to get here. There's some crazy shit happening. And so I thought that was it, right? I was like, all right, her dogs got stolen. Like, the world has found its equilibrium again.
Right.
And then I saw this article that's a couple weeks old now, but I just saw it, and it's in at a restaurant that I really dig. Someone robbed them, and they went there, and I guess a guy was wearing a $500,000 watch. Oof. And they had this idea to, like, literally go and at gunpoint try to steal the watch.
Wow.
Which is like, I feel like criminals are getting more creative lately.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
First it's dogs. Next it's watches. Soon it's going to be, I don't even know, like, take your jeans off. Those are some designers right there. Or like take off your Yeezys. I don't know, man. But they're expanding.
Right.
My point is that I saw this thing, but what I really was stricken by was that there was a guy. And you watch the clip, and there's a guy who's front and center. And he says to the camera, he goes, look, my girlfriend got shot.
Oh.
And you're like, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. He goes, no. She got grazed. They grazed her. And
they grazed her.
And he's a big dude. This guy, I wouldn't fuck with this guy.
For sure.
And this guy, you know, he's being very masculine. He's doing something that I would not do, which is he's like, I could have fought off the gunman. I could have done that. I didn't do it, but and so I was like, whoa, like, dude, you're like, it's kind of bold. But anyways, like, so I when the gunman started, when he shot my girlfriend, I got up and I stood over there. And I'm an intimidating guy. And when they see me, they stop what they're doing. And I was like, are you sure? Because they've got a gun. I feel like that's probably twice as strong. And so he goes over there, and I guess his girlfriend gets shot again or something. Some crazy shit.
She got shot twice.
She might have. I hope she's okay. The point, though, is that the guy was like, he stood up in the middle of like a shooting and was willing to try to like protect his girlfriend.
We all would be.
But that's exactly it. Would we? That's my question. It's like, how bold does one person have to be to, in the middle of a shooting, not run away, but stand up and walk over to the gunman? Just like casually stroll over. I would have said,
oh my God, sorry, baby, you got grazed. Flesh wound. Good luck.
Yeah, you tell him good luck and you run away. Yeah. You know?
Your safety's the most important. Aren't we all about positivity?
Haven't you heard that saying, like, I can't fill up your cup if my cup's not full?
Yeah, exactly.
First, I gotta fill up my cup by running away to the fountain.
I just gotta go throw up in the bathroom real quick.
I don't know, dude. I tried to like put myself in that situation. I'm like, what would I actually do? First of all, if I stand up, nobody's even gonna notice me. No. Right? I was like,
the gunman would be like, is that Mike Bloodstein? Not worth shooting.
Yeah, he'd be like, all right, easy target. What's next? Which is kind of dark, by the way. And we're not taking this lightly, honestly. Like, I do feel terrible for this person, their family, and whatever. Like, I hope that they're all obviously okay. But I do think that there is something like thematically resonant about this fact that this guy was willing to walk over there. Because I play it out in my head, and I'm like, I probably wouldn't do anything. Like, maybe I would try. I would try. But I don't know. I honestly don't know how I would react until it was on me.
How far does this man live from you, by the way?
The gunman? I don't know if they caught him. Hopefully pretty far. If I was like, he's in the next apartment, hopefully they don't get, I don't know. It's like
he's over there eyeing you up. He's like, I know there is a 5'6" Mike Bloodstein next door to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, if there was a knock on my door right now, I'd be like, that would just be the culmination of this conversation. I don't. It's close by, dude. But the city, since you left, maybe it's like you're a superhero. But since you left, it's been getting a little less safe. There's some, some sketchiness
I mean,
going on.
Los Angeles has already been kind of crazy. I love Los Angeles, but we all know, But Mikey, that's a great article. I mean, it sucks. I really hope everyone's okay. But that is the man. The man was ready to stick up for himself, but still didn't. You know,
I'm highlighting a warrior of the week, or we'll call it almost warriors.
Yeah,
people
okay,
that were
so
almost.
we got an almost warrior of the week.
Almost heroes. That's what it is.
Almost heroes.
But anyway, yeah, I'm more excited about yours because, to be honest with you, I heard about your article. I don't know much about it. I vaguely have heard the title, but I would love to learn more.
Of course, Mikey B. I got a crazy one for y'all, and I'm sure y'all have heard of this because it's all over TikTok. That's where I like to find my articles because I'm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. TikTok is, dude. Okay, I'm getting to the point. I'm 25, about to be 26 next month. I'm getting to the point where I kind of feel old because TikTok keeps me in the loop. And I'm like,
that's so crazy.
I feel old as hell, bro, because I'm like, I don't feel in a loop unless I'm on TikTok. So mine's about a week old at this point, and it is a caught UFO sighting over New Mexico. Crazy shit over here. But American Airlines Flight 2292 was serviced to Cincinnati to Phoenix last week and saw a bit more in the sky than ordinary clouds. That's crazy. A radio transmission was intercepted accidentally by a blogger, Steve Douglas, who was using a radio scanner to pick up another aircraft. First of all, if you have a radio scanner, what are you doing with your life?
I was literally about to say, what's that Steve Douglas up to?
Steve Douglas
what's he doing?
The man is just scanning radios on a daily basis. So we got
I guess that's no good.
Let's also keep in mind I just emailed him hoping to get the audio personally.
Did you?
Yeah, I emailed Steve Douglas personally hoping to get
his audio.
You know
what's funny? That guy would you'd go to email him, and before you send it, you'd get an email back. He'd be like, "Hey Connor, I saw you were gonna email me." I was looking on my radio scanner.
I'll be like, Steve Douglas, thanks for hitting me up.
That guy should get a job with your sister over at the NSA.
Steve Douglas and Jordan Stoops working at the NSA together. I'm down.
That's a dream team. Anyway, I'm sorry. So he's scanning the skies.
Scanning radios. According to the audio published on the Deep Black Horizon. Wow. At the
intimidating
perfect name. Yeah, it's very intimidating. At the perfect moment, Douglas was linked with Flight 2292's radio transmission. He heard the pilot of the radio say, "Do you have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us. 1:19 p.m. CST on Sunday. I hate to say this, but it looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast over here above the top of us." That is crazy.
First of all, it's absolutely crazy. Second of all, I would have loved to be the kid next to you in middle school when you get called on to read out loud because it sounds like you're still working on English.
Sorry, guys.
It's brutally painful.
I'm an actor, but I'm a bad reader. Let's just be honest about that. So, Mikey, could I actually tell you guys? I want to tell Mikey this and tell you guys this because I haven't told Mikey this. I have a crazy story. First of all,
you've been abducted by aliens.
I've been abducted by aliens. No, I'm kidding. But so when I was driving home from Los Angeles, Mikey, I kid you not, guys. My sister and I were driving through Vegas, right? And we swear on our lives, we saw alien spaceships. I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. It was about 3 p.m, and we were driving through Las Vegas, and it was past it was past the Strip. But there were no airports involved. We both saw 2 aircrafts fly up, and I kid you not, Mikey, 2 of them. They were black, and they go like this, and then turn straight, skyrockets straight up. In less than 10 seconds, these crafts were gone. So Jordan and I were looking around. We're like, okay, we have to look for an airport. We have to, because where else would these things take off from? The next 30 minutes, not one area for a aircraft to take off was found. We couldn't find one. So we swear on our lives, we saw 2 spacecrafts just take off and launch. And I kid you not, it went from going diagonally up into the sky, stopping in midair, going vertical, and shooting up within 10 seconds, just gone.
I don't know, man. It sounds obvious. Look, anytime that Connor's very spiritual. Connor likes to see things. Connor hangs out with ghosts on the weekend. I don't believe in anything. I'm an atheist. I'm like, whatever. And that's interesting because there's a dichotomy between our perspectives.
There really is. But yeah, we're the same person, which is crazy.
Yeah, we're very similar. Just one believes in God. And so here's what I find fascinating, though, is that our beliefs are reinforced by what we see. Yeah. So Connor seems to see a lot of crazy shit, and I'm walking around, I'm not seeing anything. It's just same old for me.
Maybe I'm just psychotic.
It's possible. I mean, Connor will call me and be like, Mike, you'll never believe this. You ever see the movie Casper? I'll be like, yeah. He'll be like, dude, I was at the supermarket. Who's next to me? Casper the Friendly Ghost. What happens? We're hanging out now. We're drinking. All of a sudden, you know werewolves? They're real. I'm hanging out with a werewolf. I'm like, Connor, how is this possible? It doesn't sound very likely.
Here's the thing. Mikey can make fun of me all he wants, but I have audio proof and visual proof. And if you follow me on TikTok, you've definitely seen this. There was one time in my old house when I lived at 6020. Mikey, you remember this?
Yeah. I remember the old air conditioner being loud story.
No. So there was this. I was home all by myself, and I'm playing guitar in my living room, filming a Snapchat of someone. I go, "Is it weird that?" I pause for a second to think what I'm about to say, and you hear a voice in the background go, "It's hard." I'm the only one in my house. And I didn't hear it until I played back the Snapchat. And I was like, oh, shit, what the fuck was that? So I lay my phone down, start recording, and I start asking questions. I asked about 10 questions. I only got a response to one, so I deleted the rest, kept the one. I asked, how old are you? I kid you not, clear as day. You hear a voice come back to me saying, soon I'll be 50. But the way it was, I go, how old are you? And you hear, soon I'll be 50. Like, it's so creepy. So I run upstairs. I go into my room, start playing guitar, because I'm like, I got to get rid of this. I don't want to hear this shit. I start hearing footsteps come up the steps in my house. I was the only one home still. I was supposed to go to my friend Alana's house later that night. I call her. I'm like, Alana, who believes in this shit? I got to come over to your house because I'm having some weird shit happen. Go to her house. I'm telling her the story. As I'm telling her the story, her curtains fly open. I kid you not. She was there. She witnessed it all. It's crazy.
You're breaking two barriers here right now, which is one, ghosts, and then two, teleportation. So you got ghosts, and they're not only ghosts, but now they're able to teleport to Alana's house to haunt her too. First of all, those are very fast-moving ghosts, right?
Yeah, these ghosts can move fast.
Second of all, the ghost cares enough about Alana to haunt her as well. So it's like getting you wasn't enough. It's got to go get Alana too.
Yeah, right. He's got to catch her.
But anyway, yeah, no. I believe you. I believe in aliens. I think that they're cool. I don't think they're here yet. Like
they will be. We have until June.
Yeah, but like also, not for nothing, we're destroying the planet just fine on our own. Let us be. Give us like 6 months. Even the aliens would be like, honestly, we're impressed. We didn't think you could do it.
Congratulations.
So, I'm not too worried about it.
That's funny as fuck.
But yeah, speaking of destroying the planet,
yeah,
I just wanted to make a quick aside that I learned a fun fact that if every a person living on this planet was to drive an electric car, it still wouldn't be enough to make a big difference in our like global warming society. But the thing that apparently is making a big difference is like meat production, like cattle production and stuff, which is a total tangent, just something I thought was interesting. Like eating meat, which I do all the time, has a bigger societal detriment than almost anything else that we've ever done.
That's crazy.
So it looks like the aliens got us.
Interesting. Thank you, aliens. But you know who also is coming for us, Mikey?
Those viewers.
Our loyal viewers who have emailed us.
They got them questions.
They asked us a few questions. And if you guys also want to ask us some questions, you can email us at woesofbros@gmail.com. So feel free.
Send us your woes. Tell us what's wrong. We're here to therapize you.
Yeah.
Again, this is less about us and more about you guys. And
of course.
Whatever you want to see. Like, we have two that we're going to pick every week. Yeah. We got two that I think are really interesting that Connor's going to read off. And at the end of the day, there's no end to what we can talk about because it's all happening in real time. Yes. We're all going through this together. So, we're excited. And Connor, why don't you kind of dive into those questions that we got?
I'm going to just go ahead and dive into those questions. So, first of all, Mikey, we have a question from a guy named Zach. Zach says, Hi, bros. My name is Zach. My question is, between dating life and work, as a man, you're told that you can't voice your needs without seeming weak. How can I voice what I need without rocking the boat?
That's
a tough question.
Yeah, you know why I like that one? Because actually, I think as men, we're told that we're supposed to voice our needs.
Right.
Right? Like, as men, it's like, if you want something, fucking take it, baby. Conquer the world. You see a continent, it's yours now.
I mean, you guys saw last week's episode. That was all about fucking toxic masculinity.
Yeah, so in a way, it's like in my head, when I think about it, we're told that we can do that. But here's where I think it's different. he obviously feels like he's in a position where that can't happen.
Right.
And by speaking out, it's not like he's being assertive, he's complaining. And that's something that we can't do is, as a man, you're not really supposed to go out and complain about stuff. Like you can't say, I don't like this or this doesn't make me happy because it makes you seem kind of, I don't know, it makes you seem weak. It makes you seem like unhappy or unconfident with your current situation. And you're supposed to be like rock solid. You're supposed to be bedrock.
I agree with most of what you say, Mikey, but I personally feel like Zach, if you have things that need to be said or you want to get a couple points across, you can't be afraid to voice your needs or your opinions because guess what? Your needs or your opinions won't be heard. And then you're going to continue to feel like you're not getting what you want.
Yeah, sure. He's going to bottle it up.
Yeah, you're going to bottle it up. You're going to feel like work doesn't have what you want to offer. And you're going to feel tired of it. And you're going to want to quit. And you're going to, even if it's something you love, man. So I personally feel like voice it. And, if someone shoots you down, that's okay. Be like, okay.
Shoot him back.
Yeah. Shoot him back, baby. No, take that and be like, okay, where was I wrong in that situation? Reflect on it. Where was I wrong in that situation? And if you weren't wrong, well, then don't take it personally. If you were wrong, then, own up to it. Be like, all right, my opinion wasn't valid there, and I understand that. My need wasn't valid there, and I understand that. But you gotta, it's a mix between the two. You know what? Do you agree, Mikey, or what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I do. And also, my thing is kind of also like, fucking rock the boat.
Rock the boat.
Rock the boat, Zach.
Brother, guess what? You're not gonna get what you want till that boat is borderline sinking, baby.
The job's not giving you the life vest, right?
No.
Right now, you probably feel like, I can't say what I need because this job is my safety, right? But here's the thing. It's not. You've built up years of experience. You've got a resume. You're someone that's obviously probably smart because you watch the podcast. So it's like you already have everything you need. Rock the boat. Ask for what you need. The worst case scenario, honestly, they let you go. But everything before that, including potentially that, is a positive if it's already not a good fit.
No, Zach, I think Mikey B's right, and he couldn't be more right with what he just said because you need to voice how you're feeling, or else you're not ever gonna, whether it's work, relationship, friendship, you're not gonna feel like your side is being heard, and it's only gonna make sides worse for you, not them. So
also, it's a long fucking game, dude. Like, we got mad years left to work.
100%.
Get somewhere that you feel appreciated, or like
do what you love. Do what you love. Take the risk.
Yeah.
Do what you love. Zach,
Exactly.
I hope that answered your question, brother.
Yeah, buddy.
So now we have question number 2 coming to us from a girl named Ashley. So, hi, bros. My name is Ashley. I have an awful ADHD problem, and I feel like I can't get anything done. Oh, I hear you on that. Whether it be the things I love or a normal day-to-day task. How do you guys help yourselves to stay on task?
Honestly, ton of Adderall. That's really the way that I just...
Mike uses Adderall. What else can he say?
Honestly, for me, obviously one is caffeine. I'm drinking way too much coffee to stay awake.
Yep.
Second thing is just singular task at a time and amazing scheduling.
That's good.
Amazing scheduling. I have to be so good at scheduling stuff, and I have to stick to it because that is the only thing to combat doing everything at once. If I have an hour to get this thing done, then I have an hour, and there's nothing else I can do. Yep. So find someone you can rely on that can help you out. It's that simple. It's like just find someone that can keep you in check, keep you on your shit. You could do it. You know you could do it. Like, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. I believe you that you are, and like, just try to count on people that are there for you.
I hear that. Yeah, one thing, Mikey, that's a very, very good point. One thing I do is I make a list for myself. I'll say, hey, today I need to do this. Tomorrow I need to do this. Da da da. I'll also, like I said earlier in the podcast, I will journal. It helps get all my thoughts out. It helps me keep a straight mindset of what I need to get done. And it helps me stay focused because it literally writes down everything I need in my brain. So, that's what I do. I make a list. I check it twice. I find out who's naughty and nice. I go in on it.
Well, you know what, Connor?
What, Mikey B?
We're helping people out. We are. We are.
I hope we're helping you guys out.
We're all allowed to be a little bit screwed up in the process.
Of course. And you just got to own up to yourself, and you got to be comfortable in your own skin. You got to make it you. And it's just breaking out of that comfort zone, guys. It really, really, really is. We can't say it any more than we are right now. We're saying it to you.
Look, I'm hearing it. Connor, I'm looking at you. I'm hearing it. I'm seeing that thing behind you. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm loving it.
It's an angel from your angle. You guys can't see it from your angle, so.
Hey, you're an angel from every angle. Yeah.
And you guys are too. Look, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode.
Yeah.
Look, if you have not yet, if you were watching this on YouTube, give us that thumbs up, baby. Click that subscribe button. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, what are you doing? Mikey, what are they doing?
Honestly, I will say, if you just listen to us on Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes, wherever the fuck we are, wherever we exist, we do appreciate you, but it's really the viewers that we're loving.
Yeah.
You know, the other people, they're second-class citizens.
You guys are second class.
But your citizens, it's the viewers that we're really loving these days. They're the ones that are getting all the glory.
Yes, sir. And if you're not, hop in on that crew, guys, because they're crushing it. We love you guys. We hope you enjoyed this podcast. Mikey, you have any final words for these guys?
Final words are, keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing it great.
Doing it good.
And break out of, honestly, though, on the real, break out of your routines. Even if you're like, fuck these guys. They don't know what they're talking about. Like, I break out of my routine all the time. I go for this. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're stuck in your
don't.
You're stuck in your stupid little bubble, hanging out with your stupid friends, and nobody likes you. And when you leave parties, they all talk bad about you. So find some new friends. Get a new life. Maybe fake your own death. Come hang out with me. This is the Woes of Bros, guys.
Welcome to the Woes of Bros, guys. We hope you have a great night. Thank you for tuning in.
Love you guys. Later.
Peace out.